Big announcement, guys. YouTube just let me know that we just hit 2 subscribers, and I just want to say I can't even comprehend that number. Oh my god, there are so many of you out there. Today, to celebrate, we're going to be making a beat, alt rap beat like Knxwledge, producer Knxwledge, who made the song Momma by Kendrick Lamar, and also makes music with paak. For those of you who don't know, paak was married to this woman for 11 years, and she supported him when he was like broke, like dead broke, and then he became rich and famous and divorced her, and then got with some like 13-year-old Filipino girl. She was of age, but she was way younger than like everyone in the situation. Whatever. We're gonna make a beat. This is like a little bit of a request from a guy. I'll put a comment on screen. I will get to everyone's comments for suggestions eventually, unless I respond with something on the lines of, my ass is not talented enough to make a beat like that. But yes, comment suggestions for beats in the future. I need more ideas. I'm running out of ideas. This is like the 3rd Knxwledge beat I've done. But basically, I'm going to teach you how to make your beat go from this to this. To that. Sorry to say it so dramatically. I've been listening to too much MCR. But okay, if you guys like, I'll show you where I get my samples from. It's a big secret. I've never talked about it before on the channel. Just kidding. I'll show you guys regardless. I go to sample it, and you go filters, genre. I just do like blues, funk/soul, jazz, stage and screen. Stage and screen sometimes gets you some really good results. Then here, style is my new favorite tab. Type soul in here, and you will get some good stuff. Just put soul in there normally, and you get good stuff. I found this right here, which is I think it's a great sample. I would recommend you guys also sample it. That's the name up there. If it wasn't so Hawaiian, sorry, that sounds racist, but if it wasn't so Hawaiian, it would be a Knxwledge beat already, just because it's like already jazzy and kind of funky. And I've done a lot of research on Knxwledge beats. Editor, put up all the albums I've listened to of Knxwledge. I'm a fan, and the words of Kendrick Lamar, I'm a fan, I'm a fan, I'm a fan. What I recommend when sampling, this is a sampling fun fact. Look at the waveforms. I mean, okay, this is definitely what the beat is going to be, but let's ignore that for a second. Let's pretend that's not there. Even here, this section right here is already interesting. You can see there's these big peaks and there's these dips. And once you sample long enough, you'll be able to read waveforms. So this is going to be piano. The piano's going to dip out. That's going to be just drums and something else. I was gonna be like, look, I was right, guys, but obviously I've heard this song before because I sampled it. Anyways, I got this section. I'm gonna play without the thing just to test out my effects. What I recommend is, if you're gonna make a beat like Knxwledge or someone who heavily distorts their beats like JPEG Mafia, and you're gonna be sampling and chopping in some way, grab a piece of it and try to get that sampled sound ready. So here I figured out those are the effects I want to use, and I want to pitch it down by 4 cents. I'm going to show you the effects in a second. I cut out this thing. So if we go back really quickly, we can see there are these 4 hits that lead into this little like keyboard bass strum. I don't even know. And as a producer, as a well-seasoned producer, I can see that this loop is incomplete. I'll need to do something to it to finish it, but there is a lot of potential there, and you can do a very cool alt hip-hop beat with it. I did my effects, as you just heard. Let's go over them really quickly. We have Maximus for compression. I would go over them all individually, show you each one specifically does, but I recommend that you guys experiment yourselves. Maximus, what I do with Maximus, with like most of my beats now, to get the bass up higher, I move this curve up to be a little curvy curve, and then I bring this up right here to boost the bass even more. And there's a ton of other stuff I do with other things. I really recommend you experiment so you can learn how to use these effects. Cymatics Origins, which is a free effect. You can get it. I don't know. It's confusing to get it. Just persevere. You won't get a virus. Maybe you'll get a virus. I don't know. This knob right here detunes it a little bit. I have a little low pass filter. Next, we got reverb for more space. Speaking of space, I have it separated down here. Mono makes the beat, like both sides of the beat perfectly aligned. The melody, I mean. You can't see right now, but I'm putting a hand in the middle of my face, and then separated as the opposite. Pans it to both left and right ears. Then we have Sound Good goodizer to give it more body. You'll eventually learn what each of these do through experimenting again. But if you want to go like extra mungo mode, go to Maximus again, presets, and then down here, A, B, C, D, those are the sound goodizer presets. The exact same thing as this. Stereo enhancer. This is a plugin I just learned about recently, and it separates it even more. There's probably a ton of like stuff you can do in here, but yeah, I'm just separating the stereo even more. Fruity limiter. This is to bring it down after sound goodizer, make it quieter. But as you can see, I do this technique here where the ceiling is below the gain. Basically, the melody will project itself to that purple line, but it cannot go above the green line. So it creates this like really heavy ducking sound, which is very cool for these kind of knowledge beats. And then other cymatics origins. It is a rookie move of me to copy 2 effects down that aren't like an EQ, but it's okay to make rookie moves. You know, who's judging you? I'm judging you. Do not ever show me you guys doing this. This more movement, more saturation. Speaking of showing me stuff, I'm gonna be opening a Discord server soon where we can like talk about beats, and we'll do like sampling challenges and stuff. It'll be cool. Subscribe to see when that's coming. It should come next year. Okay, let's get actually into the beat. So first, I chopped it up, which is, you know, what you're supposed to do. By the way, this is context. This is pitch down 4 cents. And then I didn't know what to put here, but I knew this was how it was going to end. You know, it was going to have like that kind of pattern. So I went even further with sampling, and I cloned it. You know, you just right click clone, and it creates an exact duplicate of whatever you're cloning. And this one I pitched down 2 cents. So it's like a higher pitched version of the sample, as you can hear. And I added some of those to the beat to fill out these spaces. What I recommend if you're doing this kind of pitch stuff, keep all the same pitch on one line, on one track, and then keep all the same pitch on a second track. And then I went even further and I reversed one of them, which this just helps transition into different hits. And in case you've noticed, I cut this little noise clip out and I've copy pasted it all over the track. It almost acts as a percussion because of how it clicks, but it also adds even more texture and makes it even more grimy. Editor, put a picture of a really dirty sandwich on screen. To go even further, to add like this really, I feel like all these alt beats have some sort of glitchiness to it, whether that's like distortion or like, you know, Earl Sweatshirt's Riot, that really good song that he made. Sounds like sarcasm. That song is really good. Jesus Christ, what is up with my throat? I recommend, this is like the easiest way to make something glitchy. Just cut a piece out of your sample and then just copy paste it over any dead noise, or just copy in the background and pan it left or right ear. And then I didn't know how to continue it, but I want to keep that off-kilter sound. So I just repeated it again, because it's okay to be lazy sometimes. But still, that's like not, like, just that is like fine. Like let me put it in context. It just cuts out and it really just does feel like I am repeating it again. So I looked for inspiration in my intro. By the way, this is my intro. Which I have this drum roll. So I took the drum roll and you know what the natural kind of thing you would do with the drum roll is you just like take where it ends and then take the beginning and then make it as long as however you need to make it, and that's it. But it's like fine, you know, it's not as good as it could be. So what I did is I got the drum roll right before like climax. Let's just say climax, okay, guys. Let's be mature. Right before climax, I just did that right now in my chair, and I copied it twice. So it's like, to say it in your language, it's like I'm edging you. To make it more interesting, I started at the end of the phrase at -3 decibels, and then I repeat it again at -4, so it sounds like it's fading into the background. And basically the goal of this is to fill in the dead space between measures, and you initially focus on the drum roll, and then you focus on the reverse sound, so the drum roll can go away without you feeling dissatisfied, and then it just brings you back into the beat. Lastly, Knxwledge uses vocal clips in a very interesting way, or how he finds vocal clips is very interesting. Usually you just get like a James Brown sample or like a Biggie Smalls sample or something. Knxwledge did this really cool thing. He sampled a Nardwuar interview, put the clip on screen for 3 seconds. That's as long as I can put it up, or I'm gonna get copyright claimed. YG's like getting gifts, and he's like, yeah, and then Knxwledge took that and he used it as like a texture sound in the beat. Play the beat. Yeah, it's the same sample as What a Day by Tyler, the Creator, produced by Madlib. Can't play any longer than that. I will get copyright strike, like I said. So I was thinking about Fargo like all day when I made this, so I just got clips from Fargo. This is a basic tutorial for anyone can use this. Whenever you use this vocal sample, that's not a vocal for like a rapper, take out the low end and then boost some of the highs so it can like have a lot of clarity, really fit above the beat, sound good as her to give it more body, reverb to like that's just like how the vocals are, and then I have some delay because that's also how vocals are, and that's it. I just compile them.
Careful of her. She started shrieking. Well, I got the money.
But that Jesus clip was like, it was so nice that I just you can only hear it if you're wearing headphones, which is fine. Leave a little candy for the people that actually care about your beats. And then just keep it interesting. Like I pitch it up here. I pitch it normal here. I pitch it down here. I take all the effects out here so like you can hear it really well. All kinds of stuff. When you're making instrumental beats, you have to keep it interesting or people are going to get bored. Like you can have like a loop, like E. coli by Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist. That's like a really short loop, but since the Earl Sweatshirt's rapping on it, it's a very short song. You don't get bored of it. If this is just an instrumental you're hearing on Bandcamp, people are going to click away. So just keep it short, snapping, interesting, But really that's it. That's the whole thing. That's really all I can teach you. The rest is on you to learn. Yeah, that's it. Comment like an good album you've heard this year. The year's coming to an end. I want to, hear some of the best stuff of the year. So comment something like that. But yeah, that's the full beat. Subscribe so I can keep making these videos. If I start making money, I can actually produce something good. Goodbye, everybody.
Careful of her. She started shrieking. Well, I got the money. Peace.